for the Timberwolves. Rubio and Martin manning the backcourt. And at the pivot, a bruising and physical 6'11", 290-pound center. A battering ram in Pekovic. Then there's Buddington, and it's Love in at the 4. And for Los Angeles, CP3 at point with Redick near the backcourt. And inside at center, a long 6'11", the sky-sweeping big man out of Texas A&M, DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Jared Dudley, and it's Griffin in at the 4 slot. Martin, the pass to Pekovic. Feeds it to Rubio. Love outside. 6 on the shot clock. That's tipped and stolen by Jordan. Redick up top, defended by Buddington. Redick dishes to Griffin. Paul with the 3, the putback, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere to slam that one back in.
Well, that's making him pay for letting him get his hands on that rebound.
Yeah, is it ever, Kevin?
And Rubio kicks to Pekovic. Tipped away and stolen by Jordan. .141 left to play in the first quarter. Paul passes to Dudley. Back to Paul. Here's the 3. Paul can't get that one to fall.
One part of his game that just doesn't get enough credit is Ricky Rubio's defensive skills. I think his passing is so blinding that people forget about what he does at the other end. But he's got very long arms and really impeccable timing to jump the passing lane. And when he does that, he's off to the races the other way.
Budinger. Timberwolves keep it alive. And Pekovic kicks to Buddington. The pass to Rubio. 56 seconds left to play here in the first. Martin kicks to Rubio. Love. Here's Pekovic. And finally they hit one.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Now Paul. Good D by Love. And going back to Ricky Rubio last season, he led the league in steals per minute.
And, you know, he's not just a gambler, Kevin. He stays in front of his man. He has the ability to be a tremendous defensive player. He's a guy who takes charges. He just has such a good feel for the game, a good basketball IQ.
Now here's Redick, guarded closely. Martin against Paul. 30 seconds left. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he was just a shade under 90% from the free throw line last season.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Good on both.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
From midcourt. Oh,
my goodness.
Oh!
Count it.
What a shot. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here.
Well, Minnesota won 31 games last season, but only 11 of those came on the road. For a team that was battered and bruised heading out on a lengthy road trip is often a recipe for a losing streak, and that was the case for them last year. The injuries just really bogged them down.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Thank you, Kevin. Chris Paul is the outspoken leader for this Clippers team. Jamal Crawford said, quote, "I've never been around a player who was so vocal." Paul explained it this way: "I've been fortunate to be short my entire life. There's only one position I've ever had to play, and that's point guard. So I've always had to be that leader, and that was my job, to talk." And guys, he's a big people person too. Not hard to see a career in coaching once his playing days are over.
Holding everyone accountable, Doris. Thanks. Clock at 6. Williams kicks to Brewer. Back to Williams. From deep three-point range. And again, Minnesota with the triple. Well, picking up again on the Timberwolves. Road travel can be especially tough on them just given the geography where their home city is in relation, Steve, to the rest of the NBA.
Well, particularly in relation to the rest of the West, because there the Timberwolves are up north and kind of in the middle of the country. So they have a lot of long trips. But look, there are no excuses in the NBA. I mean, everybody's got their own adversity they've got to deal with.
Here's Barea. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys. And the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. There's 1:17 left to play here in the half. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them. You know, for a long time, people would look at Staples as the Lakers' home where the Clippers just happened to be sharing space. But the Clippers let everybody know that they called this Staples Center home as well last year. And I thought they were a force in front of their rabid fans.
Timberwolves leading by 5. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. The dish to Shved. The feed to Barea. Kicks to Shved. Misses the three. Well, Clark, as you said, the Clippers really starting to make waves on the landscape here in L.A. as they surpassed the Lakers in wins last season. You know, a big part of that was, Steve, their ability to win here at home.
Yeah, 32 wins here at Staples, and when they got out and ran, this place was really rocking. And this Clipper team has a roster full of guys that can make a play that ignites a crowd, and some new additions this year, new coaching staff. A lot going on for this Clipper team.
The three from Dudley. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Dudley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shved dishes to Barea. He kicks to Brewer. Passes to Barea. Shoots the 3, and the basket good. Barea's got 9.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you end it.
And we're through 2 here and a good one. Minnesota on top, up 5.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And a fun game going on out in Los Angeles. Thanks for joining us. The Timberwolves are looking good at the midway point. They've benefited from some excellent contribution from their bench, providing scoring in bunches when called upon. It's
the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
You know, the Wolves were just decimated by injuries last year, and it really put a snag in their season from the start, with Rubio still recovering from his ACL tear and Kevin Love missing a lot of time with his hand fracture. They were missing 2 major building blocks.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, it's not often you see a team trade for a coach, but the Clippers did just that to get Doc Rivers. The Clippers gave up a first-round pick to get him, but they believe he is their guy. He has a title in his coaching resume, and that played a big part in why the Clippers were willing to give up so much to just acquire Doc. Rivers felt it was time for a change and gladly took the chance to take over a team that could contend immediately. Gentlemen?
No question he can help. Thanks, Doris. Martin goes in. Love kicks to Martin. And he's good on the 3 ball. Martin's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And with the Wolves last year, Ricky Rubio came back and helped them turn things around a bit. But Kevin Love would end up playing very few games for him, Steve, and they never really got the chance that they once seemed to have.
Now, Love's injury, I think, just devastated this team. And Rubio, of course, coming off that ACL, he eventually made it back. But those are the key guys. I mean, Rubio and Love have to be the foundation of this club. They added a lot of three-point shooting in the offseason. So this should be a pretty well-rounded team, but it's up to the stars, Kevin.
And the Timberwolves call time here. .143 left to play in the third. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pass to Dudley. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Boy, you look at the Clippers, and they clearly are one of the most entertaining teams in the NBA. One of the outstanding team shows you'll see. They have fun. They're up and down. But they're a hard-working group, and a lot of that you have to attribute to their leader, Chris Paul.
Dishes it to Paul. He feeds it to Dudley. Great D that time from Martin. Minnesota's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Knocks it loose. Pekovic passes to Rubio. Rubio gets a screen from Love. 5 to shoot. Love with the screen for Rubio. From outside the arc. Kept alive, Minnesota. Budinger dishes to Rubio. Pass to Budinger. Back to Rubio. Feeds it to Budinger. Outside Martin. Rubio outside. 3-pointer. They get it again. And Pekovic kicks to Martin. He dishes it to Rubio. The pass to Love. Back to Rubio. The feed to Budinger. Outside Martin. Bangs home the trifecta. Martin's got 6. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And we've reached the end of the third. Timberwolves lead by 5. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Their passing also continues to be outstanding, Clark. In the second half, we're really seeing a good, efficient offense as a result of that ball movement.
That's good.
He's gutsy. That's what I really respect about him. It seems like the more pressure there is, the more he enjoys the moment. So he is the guy you want taking a big shot at the end of the game.
And he's really one of the most heads-up defenders you'll see, too. I mean, you've got to take care of the ball when you're around him.
Well, they haven't gotten much production from him, but they remain in the league.
Rubio against Paul. The dish now to Reddick. His first shot coming late, and he gets it back. Jordan the screen, and Reddick kicks to Paul. 4 on the clock. From deep. Count that one.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Minnesota calls timeout.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Rick Adelman gave to his team during that break. He laid out the X's and O's and told them, we're still alive, guys. We've just got to work together, trust each other, and play our backsides off. Kevin, we'll see if they've got enough in the tank to get over the top.
Here's Love. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And the Clippers making a change here. Dudley's checked in. he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
What a clutch performer. He loves being in these situations, just relishes the opportunity. A lot of guys say they do, but you can see it in his face. He truly does.
Paul passes to Duggan. Into Jordan. The shot no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Pekovic dishes to Buttinger. He passes to Rubio. Love. And a miss there on the triple. Now here's Paul. Kicks it to Duggan. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth. Passes it to Crawford. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Schved with it. Love up top. A 3-ball. And so they foul intentionally.
Well, we're going to see one of the experts in the league at making the long outlet pass to get the fast break going. Always with his head up, immediately looking down the floor when he gets the ball.
And I also can't get over how much energy he expends rebounding the basketball. He goes all out on the boards every single night.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
Not as productive a trip to the line as he would have liked, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Kevin Mark, he's checked in for Alexis Schved. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Paul kicks to Jordan. Nice D from Pekovic.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Urgent possession here, Clark. They need a basket.
No doubt about it, Steve. They need quick, efficient scoring.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, you have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 8. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Minnesota making a switch. Crawford outside. Back to Collison. Re-kicks it to Barnes. The putback.
Tell you what, coaches love to see that kind of hustle, guys. I mean, getting after it on the offensive board, that's always a winning play.
Absolutely.
Now, coaches love to see the hustle, but the fans love to see the dunk.
And so the tip